Chicago Bears training camp day 16. The Chicago Bears were back after dominating the Bills this weekend. Training camp practice was back. I was in the stands and got to meet a couple of you guys today. Hang out to the end of the video to see more on that. Overall, it was a light day of practice, but there was a lot of information to take in. Kyler Gordon was back, at least in limited fashion. He participated in individual drills and looked lively today. He spent the second half of practice on the exercise bike. Nate Davis was also back, at least at the beginning of the day, for a few minutes before going to the sideline and watching for the rest of the day. The difference between Kyler and Nate Davis was very evident. There were multiple players on the side working on the exercise bikes with the battle ropes and working with the trainers. Nate Davis was not riding the exercise bike. He was not doing the battle ropes. He was just sitting there watching for most of the day. I just really do not know what to say about Nate anymore. The other guys who were on the side working were Jaquan Brisker, Montez Sweat, Jacob Martin, Noah Sewell, Ryan Bates, DeAndre Carter, Roshan Johnson, Adrian Colbert, and Colin Johnson. All of those guys were off to the sideline and not participating in practice, joining Kyler Gordon and Nate Davis. It was great to see Jacob Martin back on the sidelines, though. He had been MIA from practice for more than a week. He was working with the trainers today and spent most of the day on the exercise bike or going hard on the battle ropes. Hopefully he can get back to practice soon. The best play of the day, easily, was Rome Odunze on a double move. It was a beautiful sequence and everything came together. Caleb Williams would use his hard count, get the defenders to jump off sides, and then Rome Odunze made some magic happen. What initially looked like great coverage by Terrell Smith, he would end up getting burnt as Rome Odunze ran such a crisp route and completely left Smitty in the dust with a double move for a long TD pass from Caleb. What a play. Caleb would have a pretty solid day working on fundamentals with Kerry Joseph on the sideline and then implementing some of those during the scrimmages. He was even working on his hard count, practicing cadences, and even spent some time practicing spiking the ball. Caleb would throw a dime that should have been a touchdown to DJ Moore, but it was broken up by Jalen Johnson. The ball would hit DJ in the hands before JJ managed to punch it out as DJ was trying to complete the catch. It was a bang-bang play where DJ was going out of bounds, but I think he would have gotten both feet in if he held on. Tyson Bagent continues operating the second team offense, and I think he had another good day, throwing a beautiful touchdown pass to tight end Steven Carlson. He also got some work with Rome Odunze and DeAndre Swift, who made brief appearances on the second team unit. Bagent would throw an interception to Greg Stroman, though. From where I was sitting, it looked like Stroman would have had a pick six on the play. Okay, now on to the offensive line, where our starters today were Braxton Jones, Tevin Jenkins, Coleman Shelton, Matt Pryor, and Darnell Wright, the same five that started against the Bills on Saturday. Same five that looked great in that game. Coleman Shelton seems to be locking up the starting center job, although it's not quite over yet. He's been getting all of the starting reps with Ryan Bates now missing practice and missing the game against Buffalo. So with Bates and Nate Davis out, it's been Matt Pryor stepping up at right guard. And I have to tell you guys, Matt Pryor looked awesome against the Bills. If I wasn't traveling and at camp this week, I would have probably put out an all-22 on Pryor already. He dominated Buffalo on Saturday, getting his shot to start in place of Nate Davis. Matt Pryor really made an impact, pancaking multiple defenders and looking great in nearly every single rep he took. I will be talking more about Matt Pryor soon, but he again got most of the reps at right guard today. The final note for the offensive line is rookie tackle Karan Omegachi is ramping up and could be close to making his debut in camp. That's a great sign as Karan did look pretty healthy doing some individual work today. Onto the defense, where Dominique Robinson is trying to change the narrative around him heading into year 3. He's worked as hard as anyone this offseason, adding at least 15 pounds of muscle and looking like a completely different player out there. He told Herb Howard it's now or never. He understands that football is a business, and according to everything I've seen throughout camp and his preseason performance, Dom Rob is a different player this year. He was way more powerful, and he looks the part of an NFL defensive lineman. People forget he's only been in DE for 3 full seasons now, after transitioning from being a wide receiver at Miami of Ohio. But D-Rob did have another good practice today, and he looks primed to make some noise this season. Keep an eye out for Dom Rob. Austin Booker got some first team reps today as well. With Montez Sweat out, it's been mostly DeMarcus Walker and Dominique Robinson, but Booker did get a few reps today. He continues exploding off the line of scrimmage and finding ways to get close to the quarterback. I'm excited to continue watching Booker develop, hoping to see him get a lot more reps against Cincinnati this weekend. It was also great to see our new defensive tackle, Jalen Hutchings, today. I saw him working with Eric Washington a bit one-on-one, and he was getting reps with the backups. I did see him beat Bill Murray on one rep today. He looked powerful and explosive. One more note on Hutchings, though. People commented that no other team signed him. He can't be that good. One thing I forgot to mention in my video on this guy is he tore his meniscus in the last game of the season for Texas Tech in 2023. So this is a guy who was not healthy for the offseason program, and he was not ready for OTAs or mini camps. He wasn't even ready for the start of training camp. He's finally healthy now, and he's getting his chance with the Chicago Bears. I'm hoping he gets to play against Cincy as well. Meanwhile, it was DeMarcus Walker, who had another really good practice. He's almost always the loudest guy on the field, but D-Walk stayed after practice today and was working on his pass rush moves well after everyone else left the field. He did say what's up as the stands had emptied out, but D-Walk kept working late. I love to see that from the veteran defensive lineman. Also, linebackers Tremaine Edmonds and TJ Edwards were all over the field on defense. Both players have emerged as leaders of this D. Both players are emerging as leaders of this D in year 2 and look great so far throughout camp. Tory Taylor looked awesome today, having a punt fall perfectly at the 1-yard line and multiple inside the 10. Another interesting note was special teams coordinator Richard Hightower would keep multiple guys late after practice and have them work with Tory Taylor on downing balls inside the 5-yard line. I love this. They were practicing on both ends of the field, and guys were taking turns trying to keep Taylor's punts out of the end zone, basically getting used to how his punts spin and just trying to get more comfortable. It's a special ability, and our special teams coordinators working late to make sure these guys aren't going to mess up Tory Taylor's punts. A real fun part of that segment was Jalen Jones helping Jonathan Owens and others find the punt while keeping the sun out of their eyes. Jalen Jones is a valuable member of this special teams unit, and he seems like he's growing into a bit of a leadership role as well. Overall, it was a pretty light practice. We have another practice tomorrow, and then the joint practice with the Bengals on Thursday afternoon. Recent reports suggest that Cincinnati will not be playing their starters against us on Saturday. That makes me think we probably won't see much of our starters either. It's really just not that beneficial to play your team's starters against another team's backups. I wish Cincy would play their starters, but nothing we can do here. Caleb Williams got 20 reps last week. Matt Eberflus said the plan was to get him 45 to 60 reps total in the preseason. We only have 2 games left. So that means in order to hit those numbers, he needs to get somewhere between 15 and 20 reps both of the next 2 games. So if he doesn't play against the Bengals this weekend, he could still theoretically play the entire first quarter against the Chiefs next week. But at this point, I doubt either the Bengals or the Chiefs play their starters that much. So I'd like to see at least a drive or 2 from Caleb and the rest of this offense in both of these next 2 games. Special shout out to anyone who saw me at camp today. I got a couple of bloopers here for you guys from my guy Abe. My man made me feel like a celebrity, yelling "Swifty" through the crowd. My guy, and didn't even know I had a man in P4 security, my guy Gary Rivers. Shout out to my guy Gary as well. Shout out to everyone I got to meet today. I appreciate all you guys. And then I got a special ending I recorded while I was at camp. Bear down.
Swift, where y'all
out here at training camp? Guess what?
I'm out here with Swift. That's right. Y'all see the man. Y'all see the man. Y'all see the bear down.
Hey,
Bear.
hey.
What's up, Bear?
Here with Gary, training camp.
Yeah, buddy. Big man, big king.
Hey.
Watch this. Watch this. Oh, I got my man Swift. Hey. Y'all can't fuck with me. Y'all know nothing about this here. This right here is the.
Hey, say what's up to Swift Sports Network.
What's up, Swift? What's going on, Swiss Sports Network?
Found a fan out here at training camp.
What's going on, Swissy Sport?
There you go again. Hey,
Take three. I'm a video editor, bro. I got this. Don't worry.
You got it.
What's good? We found a fan out here.
What's going on? This is Abe saying what's up to Swiss Sports Network.
Thanks to everybody who watches. Please remember to hit that like button for me. Stay tuned, and until next time, bear down.